Acorn in downtown Youngstown.
Okay.
I'm Mike Ross in the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about essential warm weather styles, just $30 and under, like dresses, shoes and bags, men's, and even kids looks. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
This report is sponsored by Ducut Sales and Services.
Are you tired of spending all day cutting your grass? Come see the time-saving Toro zero-turn mowers at Ducut Sales and Service. 2 convenient locations in Warren on Route 422 or in Deerfield, Route 224 in Raccoon. Start with us. With us.
The day's news.
Federal judges have blocked some of President Trump's tariffs.
Check in each hour.
Chicken out, I've never heard that.
For the very latest.
It's the big, beautiful bill.
It's really bad.
At 570WKBN.com.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb. On News Radio 570 WKBN.
And we are underway. News Radio 570 WKBN. Welcome to a Thursday. As always, at 5 o'clock, 70 degrees. This is the longest running legal show on radio. And so we're proud to have it. Over 30 plus years, we've been answering legal questions, courtesy of the law firm Beatrice Kopp. So if you have any legal questions, child support, divorce, DUI, custody, estates, evictions, do I need a trust or a will? Or maybe I need both of them. Auto accidents, medical malpractice, dog bites, tree issues, you name it. We take on all comers. And, you know, we've done it for all that time. We've answered questions, pointed people in the right direction, and to try to give you the best advice we can. And we don't send you a bill. So if you have any legal questions or problems, pick up the phone and give us a call right now. 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. Once again, I have 3 lines open in Youngstown for legal questions for the next hour. 330-729-9977. Any legal question that's facing you, we'll try to answer it. 330-729-9977. Let's go to the firm of Beatrice Kopp, and let's see if attorney Mark DeVecchio is with us tonight. Mark, hello.
Mark is present and accounted for.
You know, Mark, I'm going to tell you something that's kind of funny. I mean, to me, we're just starting the broadcast, and we're not underway yet. But as I start the broadcast today at 5:08, one of my eyes is starting to bother me a little bit. I mean, my one eye is itching. It's kind of getting red, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's happening here.
What do you, is that pink eye, Ron? You think that's the onset of pink eye?
I don't know. I mean, where possibly would I have gotten something along those lines? I mean, Mark, I can't help but say this to you. I mean, you know, in my FaceTime call with you before the broadcast, I couldn't help but notice it seemed your eye was having similar situations. Are you experiencing something like an itching?
You have totally thrown me a curveball. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it's pink eye, Mark. I think it's pink eye.
You probably got it from Beatrice. He was rubbing his eye the other day.
Oh, okay. That's the joke. Okay.
Frank, do you buy drops?
I mean, you know, maybe I should just go to Melfi in the beginning of the program if DeVecchio can't follow along.
Yeah, I didn't know. I missed the joke on the pink eye.
Yeah.
So Beatrice goes down to the jail, right? And so far he doesn't have COVID, but he comes back with pink eye.
Yeah, he was rubbing his eye yesterday, and he keeps rubbing it and rubbing it. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh God. And you know, he doesn't. He just he'll touch your things, and you know, my phone, and
He asked,
and he's got pink eye, and it's real contagious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he asked me.
He doesn't tell anybody though. You know that.
He said, "Jimmy, do you have eye drops?" And I come to know I had eye drops in my car because my allergies are bothering me. You think I let David take my eye drops?
No, you'd never see him again.
Yeah, no shot.
And he would touch the tip of his eye with the thing.
He
right?
probably asked me to Jimmy, can you put the eye drops in my eyes for me?
Right. But I mean, what are the odds? You know, he goes down to the jail. He's down there, and he thinks he's really gotten something great because he got out of there without getting COVID. And what does he get? Pink eye.
Ron, I got to tell you too. I'm calling.
And so listen to me, Frank. I said this is going to be the best joke in the world. All right, DeVecchio's really keen on this stuff. He'll be right in on it. When I say, Mark, I start to show my eyes itching. Something's wrong. And DeVecchio,
where was I for this?
Well, Ron, you might have pink eye.
You thought I picked right up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you were supposed to say the same thing's happening to me. I have the same symptoms. and I have pink eye too. And then you're supposed to say, who could we have possibly got it from? But Frank, you came to the rescue.
Yes, sir. And I got to tell you, in all the times I've been to the jail, that's one thing that I've never gotten from the jail. So I'm calling BS on Beatrice. He got that another way. I don't know. Google it. You see how you get it.
Google me, Chuck.
Now, so he's still at the office, and you guys are saying, stop rubbing your eyes, stay away from us, and don't touch me, right? Or my stuff.
Yes, correct.
Honest to God, I don't know how you do it.
You know what he did to me this week?
What's that, Jim?
He thought I stole his briefcase. We have the same kind of portfolio case. He didn't ask me. He didn't say, hey, is this mine? You know what he did?
What?
He dumped the bag out in my office. And I asked Kylie, I'm like, where's my bag? Dan's like, it got Beatrice. And I'm like, excuse me? I walk in my office. I have papers everywhere. My chargers are all over.
Just dumped.
You understand that?
Yeah,
this is how he operates.
Yeah.
Wow.
He could. So did he leave your bag or did he take it?
No, I took it back from him. I said, you don't touch my things.
You said Papa doesn't have a brand new bag.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell
You and
me
James Brown.
That's
You mean to tell me he couldn't find his, and because you have similar bags, he dumped your stuff out and took yours, thinking you took his?
No, Brian commandeered his bag and he got upset about it. So he took mine and I took mine back.
Well, I mean, this is just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's
like the guy stealing your lunch out of the refrigerators.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
I mean,
that guy's the same guy who steals bags.
Yeah. And he said, hey, Jimmy, can you give me another bag? Can you just order it for me? I'm like, yeah. Gave me the cash and I ordered it for him.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
you just have to ask, David.
Yeah.
Well, why did Brian take his bag?
David was disrespecting the bag, so Brian took it back.
So it sounds like it was Brian's bag.
Yeah,
first.
it sounds like it was Brian.
He let
Brian's,
David use it.
Yes.
Now, Melfi, I got to appeal this to you. What the hell is going on with this broken dinghy? My God. I mean, he's at his wit's end.
Listen, Ron, what have I said before? I'm the advisor to the unadvisable.
Right.
Okay. So his dinghy will be taken care of. He just has to understand that.
Right. I mean, you're the second attorney on it. It's been going on for years. You know what I told him? I says, I think you're just going to have to live life with a broken dinghy.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I mean, I think that's just the way it is. First of all, Frank, it's nice to have you back on the program.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have to confess to you, though, I'm short-lived. I wanted to come down and talk to you because I miss you, but I do have baseball tonight, so I got to leave here in a few minutes because I got to be there at 5:30 at the Field of Dreams, and I don't know if you've ever been there on a baseball coach pitch or kid pitch baseball Thursday, but they don't have adequate parking. So,
okay, before you go, Melfi, here's my idea for tomorrow. And Melfi could coordinate this. All of you guys should come in with like swimming goggles so that, everybody in the office, like
no.
You know what
Here
I
it
have?
comes.
I actually still have, when, back in the day when the mills were going. So my dad still has his glasses when he worked in the steel mill. I think I'm going to wear those tomorrow to avoid catching this contagious disease that David carries.
I mean, my God. I mean, it's
What happened to your eye?
You have a pink eye?
I mean,
Why
would you?
They have students stay home from school, David, when they have pink eye.
Right.
He's here. He's arrived.
He's here trying to grab everyone's microphone.
Jimmy's.
Trust
playing
me, I'm
musical
glad to get
chairs.
out of
Hold on a
his chair, and I
second.
want to take his headphones off because I don't want them on my ears.
Right. You want to get as far away from him, Jim, as you can.
How about a little patience, David? Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, because you know what?
about now?
Melfi, and there's nothing we enjoy more than when Dave's late to the program and can put his microphone on and make all the noise
Hello.
for all of our listeners.
Hello.
Why
Sorry
are
I'm
you
late.
Why
Well,
are you
first
so-
because I went home. I was a little tired, so I'm
Mhm.
not feeling 100%.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I didn't get COVID.
Well, how do you know? You went home, you don't feel 100%. Maybe it's brewing.
No, I got something wrong with my eye. I think I got
You got pink eye. I know.
pink eye, stink eye, something with my eye. I
Right,
was
and it's-
down at the jail.
And it's
Well,
highly
getting there.
contagious.
I understand that, Ron, as long as they don't touch my eye. Okay?
But the problem
gonna
is
be fine.
you touch your eye.
Yeah, what about your
and then
hand
you
that
touch
touches your eye?
And then you touch them.
No, I'm not touching my eyes. I've washed my hands. Please, I live with OCD woman, okay? I have to wash my hands. It's like I'm back during the height of COVID. Take your shoes off here, put this over there, wash your Wash your hands. Don't touch anything. Wash your hands.
How'd
Wash
you
your
get
hands.
pink eye, David?
Frank,
I'm just
Monday afternoon, I went to the jail. Tuesday, 2.5 hours in the jail. Yesterday, about 3 hours in the jail.
Okay, but
I was in the jail too much. Every time I go to the jail, I get something.
He picks something. He brings something back from the jail with him.
I do.
Every time.
I do.
Yeah.
My eyes killing me. It felt like someone was a welder and welded my left eye shut this morning. Okay, as I'm getting up, I was late for work. I'm going, wow, this doesn't look right. I don't think this should be like this. So I have an appointment with the eye doctor tomorrow.
so
Thank
you're not
God.
even on eye drops yet?
No, because I called the eye doctor and the first appointment they had was tomorrow at 7:45. Okay, Brian Jr.?
Mm-hmm. It is highly contagious.
He leaned over me and watched the video. We had to watch it for a case today. He didn't even tell me.
Did you see that movie, Ray Charles? Ray?
Yeah.
Remember when he was a little kid and he was
they
going
put the-
blind?
they put the
That's
stuff
what
in
you'll
his
wake
eyes.
up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Our eyes will all
my
look
eyes
like
will be
that.
all day. I got kids.
Yeah.
I got kids.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I wasn't going to come in today, but I had a lot of work to do. And, we got here with the young guns. Now, I got to, I don't know what happened. I mean, we should go to church because Frank's here doing the show.
I'm short-lived.
Okay. Is it short-lived?
Yeah,
He has
because I
baseball.
have to go to baseball, man.
Okay, I got to go to baseball, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me. You said.
What?
You said when he's sitting with me, he's like, "Oh, Frank, I remember those days. You're running like crazy. I remember when my kids were in sports." Then he
All of a sudden, he forgot.
Yeah.
Forgot where he came from.
Wait. We call them the young guns, Daniel, Connor, all those guys.
Yeah.
We got a good group of young guns coming up. But Jimmy, he got a little cap gun. You're like, bang, bang.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm just reading this. Hey, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Pink eye is contagious while symptoms are present, including discharge from the eye.
I know.
Yeah.
Viral pink eye is contagious before symptoms appear and for as long as they persist, potentially for a week or two.
Right.
As if I touch something.
Bacterial
touch
pink
the
eye is contagious until 24 hours after starting antibiotic drops, which he hasn't done yet, or if no drops are used as long as there is discharge from the eye, which
I don't
he
have any
talked about.
discharge. I don't have any.
Baloney, or symptoms
that
are
was a-
present.
So he ate
Now my
lunch with
eye's
the
getting
staff
itchy.
today, and there
I
was
washed my
there was
hands.
a community pretzel, and he was eating it.
Yeah.
I didn't touch my eye though.
Did you touch the pretzel? Did you touch your eye, then touch your phone, then touch the pretzel?
No.
I think. How do we know you didn't touch your eye?
Because I'm very conscious not to touch
Well,
my
then, can
eye.
you tell me something? Why is my eye starting to bother me right now? This
the-
program, you didn't come on 5 minutes ago. DeVecchio did you hear DeVecchio? His eye's starting to have discharge and itching.
Not
right
discharge, just itching.
Now.
And I
his
didn't
eye
even
is
know
itching.
anything about this pink eye epidemic that's
That's
ravishing
not a
this office
pink
right
eye.
now.
Well, he didn't tell
Epidemic.
anybody. When Ron started talking about it at the beginning of the show, I knew where he was going because yesterday I was in David's office and he kept rubbing his eye and it was red. I'm like, holy cow, it looks like he may have pink eye. But I didn't think. Sometimes your eyes get irritated.
Yeah.
Well, now he comes and
Unless
tells
it's
us.
David.
I've also never
That's
heard of
pink
an
eye.
old man having pink eye.
No, an old man can get pink
Anybody
eye.
can get
When I gotta do all the work, okay,
Well,
because
I
not
mean,
how
I've
you
never
get
heard
pink
of a
Okay.
guy in overtime. I mean, he's not even in the fourth
Okay.
quarter anymore. He's really in overtime. and
I'm
he has
not
pink
even
eye.
in overtime.
But you know, hey Melfi, you got a young
I'm
child.
in the dead zone.
You got a young child at home, Melfi, and
do.
he's bringing this contagious thing close
Wash
to you.
your hands and you won't take it to
I
him.
know. We just had a birthday this week. 2 years old.
Okay.
A
Wow.
2-year-old.
2-year-old.
Oh, he's got a cute baby too. I wish I could say that he's got a cute baby, wonderful wife. When he
Mhm.
does work for other clients, wonderful job. If
Mhm.
Brian asks him to do something, don't get between whatever Brian asks him to do and the job because you'll get run over.
Frank, I can only ask you this, Frank. I know you have to go to your son's game.
Yes, sir.
But please wash your hands before you have any contact with any of the
all,
youth.
I'm helping
I wouldn't
out
want
coaching.
this to spread throughout the community.
I know. I'm helping out coaching, and the parents, they like the show, so they're probably all listening to it. I'm going to be like, when I walk
you're going to be a
in, everyone's-
pariah.
Exactly.
You're a pariah.
Right.
No
You know
one's
what I mean?
shaking
That's
your
what
hand
I
tonight.
feel like, Ron, a pariah.
Ron,
Well,
before I
Can I
leave,
give you can I get now? They're treating you as a
You
pariah.
absolutely should. You're the one always getting sick. You're vaccinated 85 times, and now you come back with contagious pink eye, for crying out loud.
I understand everything you're saying to me. I wish you would quit picking on me. I can't help that I had to go down to the jail so much.
Well, don't
this
rub your
weekend.
eye when you're down there.
Well,
Obviously, you touched something and rubbed your eye,
Right.
and that's how you got infected. Why don't you wear rubber gloves and a mask?
I'm not going into the jail. That's what my wife said. My wife says, wear a mask going to the jail. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Well,
that.
a
you
mask
should.
wouldn't
You
have
live
prevented pink eye, would it?
No.
Unless you wore it over your whole face.
I take the bottle and I rub it, but you're touching. I mean, you're down there. Frank knows when you go down there, touch this button, touch that button.
That's true.
Go through
Get in the
this
elevator.
Put
Right.
this through. Do you have any keys? Not allowed to take your phone. When we come back, I want to talk about my dinghy. I got a bone to pick.
Okay, well, that's just a bed that's going to run, and we're going to be back. But I mean, I really feel bad for you guys at the office, all of you.
I
folks
would
down
too.
there. I mean, and I
What
highly
did you say,
recommend.
Jimmy?
I said I would too.
I highly
Why
recommend
the
everybody
only one
wear
that should
swimming
feel bad at
goggles.
this table right now is me.
You're
Ron,
the contagious one.
No, I'm
You
not.
are-
Oh boy, I'll tell you what.
He's contagious.
I'm
He's
not.
highly contagious. I said it right here on my
Incredibly
phone. Highly contagious. Pink eye is highly contagious.
That's it. That's it. Leo,
Highly
did they give you the letter that someone's saying I'm infringing? They give you the letter. Something. One of the things you use. Okay, what? And now you're getting me sued. He can't sue for me, and you're getting me sued. Anything else?
All right. What about
we
your
can do?
dinghy? You got pink eye and your dinghy's broke.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear his explanation on this.
Right. Right.
So I've had a broken dinghy now for a while. I had to go out and buy another one.
Yeah.
Right? First, Justin dragged his feet a little bit, but he got suit filed and did it.
All right.
So and Justin was like, "He'll get him. Don't worry about it." Blah blah blah. I saw Jimmy the other day, and I go, "How's it going?" He goes, "They said it was your fault." I go,
well, that's the end of it.
And
then.
what you're
Okay,
also
good.
forgetting is the
Case
conversation
closed.
we had afterwards.
I go, yeah, and he goes, "Well, that's it. They just
That's a lie.
Let me read to you what they said." I go, well, can you advocate for me? He goes, "I have real clients."
That's a stone cold lie.
No, it's
you,
not.
You
That's
know
what he
when
said to me.
you know
Frank, he looked me dead in the eye and he goes, "I have real clients."
Did he look you in the good eye?
That was pretty
How
good,
do you
Mark.
How do you even know it was him? Well, your vision's probably
No,
not
my
blurry
vision was
anyway.
fine. He's sitting in the chair. We have like a little WeWork station upstairs when we're not getting sued from our producer giving us pictures that we're not supposed to be using. Okay. So he goes,
You know,
"Wait,
you know,
I gotta
you know
find
what?
you this
You keep
note."
picking on your producer,
He
and
goes-
you can also have a black eye.
I know. He goes, "Wait, I gotta find what they said. Here it is, right here. You are at fault. You signed a contract saying you're at fault, so you're done."
See, I understand some of the memory lapses of someone your age. You're forgetting the second half of the conversation,
I
which
know,
I
that's
gave
what
you
he-
my theory, and you goes,
No.
"Oh yeah, Jimmy, that's a good idea.
Oh no,
that's a great
not what
idea."
I said. That's not.
Does pink eye infect your brain as well?
No,
Apparently
no,
so.
no,
I think his
but-
frontal lobes are crossing.
But when it comes to me, I get treated like a little bit of a second-class citizen. I might as well in this firm be from Venezuela, and Brian's the president of the United States. Matter of fact, I don't know if there's much difference between Brian's thinking and Donald Trump's thinking. Okay, but that's a thing. There you go.
Well, there you.
I said
Well,
it.
there you go. I mean, so what's the problem? So you're basically what you're saying, Jim, and it's good to hear this. So this whole broken dinghy thing is really his fault, and they have nothing to do with it. Case closed.
No, incorrect. I gave him my theory, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You're right."
And
he's forgetting.
Pinocchio, stop. It's going to grow all the way over to here, Pinocchio. Stop.
All right, I
Okay.
got to go to baseball,
All
Ron.
right,
Good
go have
talking
fun
to
in
you.
baseball.
So,
Okay.
Frank, please sanitize Frank before you leave. And
Oh,
wash
my
your
eye
hands.
is so
Wash your
I
hands.
am. Don't worry.
My eye is so
Yeah.
itchy right now. It's killing me.
Oh my
It's
God!
making my eyes get itchy. I'm looking at it.
It's killing me.
Mark.
Leo, you want
It's
to
like driving
make
by a
out
wreck.
with me?
You can't take your eyes off of it.
You want to
Mark,
make out with
my eye
me?
is
I mean,
starting
you're
to
getting me
itch right
sued.
now.
It's okay.
It is.
I understand.
I'm gonna be like David here. Ron, do we have any calls? Ron,
Yeah,
any
we
calls?
do. Let me look. My vision is blurry for some reason.
You can't even press the buttons. You can't see anything at the studio. Ron.
Everything is just blurry
All
right
right,
now.
do we have any calls that we could take? Oh, my eye
Yes,
is killing
yes,
me
we
right
do.
now. It is killing me.
All right, let's take some. You're on the air with our attorneys. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. Yeah, I have a will, and a friend of mine has a will, and I helped him when he moved into his new home about 8 years ago. I gave him like $15,000 to use against whatever needed repaired or workers to come in and so forth. And I was just wondering if I wanted to ask him for that money back when he passes to go into my estate. Is there an involved thing to do that?
Wait, it seems like you're a little late. You said you gave him $15,000.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I don't think we're getting the whole story here. So let me just
something to suss
let
out.
me make some probing inquiries. May I, madam?
Go ahead.
Sure.
So a friend of yours bought a place?
Yeah, we were dating and we lived together.
All right. Well, there's the little portion of the story that got left out. Were you dating and living together?
Yes, we were engaged. And we're
Okay,
still close
all
friends
right.
now. I'm like
All
his
right.
caregiver, but we're friends. And I was just wondering, at his death or so forth, would that money have to go to his? I mean, is there any possibility of me getting it back? I gave it to him in goodwill, and
If he puts your name in his will, and you're a beneficiary, you'll get it back.
And how many
if he
years?
doesn't, then you don't.
How many years are you still seeing him?
No,
well,
she's his
we're
caregiver.
friendly. We're not romantic. We were together for 16 years.
Okay. So, and how many years ago did you give him the money?
I think it's been about four or five.
Okay. So, when you stopped being romantic, did you ask him back for the money?
No, I just did today, actually.
What did he say?
He wasn't happy. He just felt, he said what you did, that I gave it to him and I never made any preference on getting it back, which isn't a necessity. I was just wondering, is that a possibility? I gave it to him, and at his death, it'll go to his family. I was thinking it could come back to mine.
You don't
Well,
have.
Did he spend the money?
Yeah, you don't have any documentation evidencing a loan. You have no agreement to repay it. You said it was a gift. If you were in his will, you might collect it back. If you are not, you won't. The bottom line is
The law of gift is if your intention was to give someone something and then you relinquish possession of that item to that person, saying it is a gift.
An inter vivos gift is irrevocable. You cannot revoke the gift. You gave him the money.
It can't be, I take back giver.
All right. It's not a problem. It was just a thought, and I was just wondering if there was anything that had to be done, but I did give it to him just because he needed the help at the time. And
okay, I appreciate all that, but at the time you were living with him, it was going into help a play. All right,
hang on. We'll come back with her and more right after this. Stay tuned.
Las Vegas.
what's mitigating against you is you were moving in with this man and you were fixing up a house or an apartment or whatever it was, and you contributed $15,000. And you never said to him, hey, are you going to pay me back, or I expect that back? It was nothing like that. I mean, if I was his lawyer, I think I successfully could make an argument that you meant it as a gift. And if I was your lawyer, I would say, well, is there anything evidencing that he was to pay you back? Anything? A text, something.
Then there isn't.
Well, she said she just reached out to him recently.
Right, and he was offended by it.
But he didn't say he didn't know it. Caller, are you still there?
Wait a second. I think I lost her. Let me just check. Are you there? Are you there?
She hung up on.
I'm here.
All right. So did you did it as a gift? There's no written loan.
No. Hold up a second. Is there any text or anything when you gave it to him that it was a loan?
No.
Recently, when you asked for the money back, did he say, did he acknowledge it was a loan, or did he say, you gave that to me as a gift? What did he say to you?
When I gave it to him, I said to him I was going to help him out because he had moved out of my place, and I just felt it was an expense for him to have set up housekeeping again. So I as we worked to get the house in order, I just gave the money for whatever was needed, and I never said he had to pay it back, and I still feel that way. However, I was just wondering if I did want the money back. But no, there was never anything, you have to pay me back or whatever. No.
How about recently when you asked him for the money back? Did he text you anything?
No. In fact, I just asked him that today, this afternoon.
And what did he say?
Well, he wasn't happy. He said that you gave it to me. You never told me I had to give it back.
Yeah,
to you.
that's his
defense.
defense.
Well,
It's a defense. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think from what you're describing, unless you could show it wasn't meant to be a gift, it certainly sounds like the trappings of an inter vivos gift.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason I even brought it up to him is and this is going to sound sort of selfish and greedy on my end, and I don't mean to be, but on the other hand, I gave it to him, and it's going to go to his family, which they're very nice people, but I was just assuming to come back to my family on the other end.
Okay,
but you should have had that understanding before you gave it to him.
You should have said, hey, I'm giving you $15,000 to help you out. When you get back on your feet or things get more settled, I expect to be paid back. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that wasn't done, and that wasn't the intention. But now that I look back, I thought,
when you say that wasn't the intention, that says it all right there.
Problem.
That's your problem. You meant it as a gift.
Okay.
When you say that wasn't my intention, then if your intention wasn't to be paid back, then it's a gift.
All righty. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
All right. It's very similar, Mark, to Dave is giving you pink eye and
as a gift.
Oh, that's not a gift. That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right. He's going to by the
this didn't go to my other eye yet.
Oh, it will. It will.
It's going to Mark's eye. Mark told me
Mark's
during
a
the news
hypochondriac to begin with.
No, Mark
I
said
have
he's
not
got a
been sick in
discharge
10
already coming
years.
out of his eyes.
What?
I have not been sick in 10 years.
Yeah. You were just sick the other day. You had the flu or something. You went home.
No, I didn't.
Well, that's what you told Lexi. Where'd you go? Oh, he's in the sickness as a ruse.
I felt pink eye coming on.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to get away from everybody.
Did a lawyer make an argument and you just said, "Oh yeah, you're right," and give up?
No, I don't do that.
You fight back, right?
Right.
You advocate.
You have to.
Okay.
All right. I mean, it's just
I'm like the shoemaker's son.
I know.
Okay? I am. My shoes need fixed. You're out of
Wait,
luck.
speaking of shoes, Ron, do you know David has a hack for his shoes to be polished? He has a hack. He calls it a hack. I'm going to give you guys a life hack. So when he doesn't want to shine his shoes properly, you know what he does?
It's quick. It's not every day.
He sprays WD-40 on his loafers.
Okay.
And then I puff it. And it comes out real nice. Now,
sounds like
I didn't know that Frank told me that it breaks the leather down, but I do it when I'm in a pinch. That's when I do it.
There you go.
Shine your shoes.
Yeah.
WD-40.
It works
Mhm.
very good.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that'll help you with your pink eye. You ever think of that?
Maybe if the people that had my dinghy would have cleaned it up a little bit faster and not stuck it outside and not blown the water out of the jet engine,
Huh.
you'd think that they would know better.
Yeah, but I think sounds to me like they're off the hook. You're on the air.
Hello, David.
Hello.
They need to stop picking on you about your pink eye.
Thank
I'm
you.
tired of hearing all.
Thank you.
You're a damn good lawyer. They shouldn't pick on you. I'm sorry.
They, you know what they do to me? I've caught them.
I know what they do.
They listen to me. I put a little hidden camera in my office, okay? Because I kept thinking people were moving things around in my office. I put a little camera in there, and for 3 days I saw Jimmy, Julie, and Kim go in there and move stuff around on my desk. So when I'd come back and I'd go, "Where's this?" They go, "It was on your desk. What's wrong with you?" And it's all a plan.
It's on the gaslight.
Oh, it's all a plan. They're doing the coup d'etat. Brian, Kim, Kim, Julie. I know who you are. You and I went to Mooney together.
No, I went to Ursuline. We went to
St. Thomas.
At YSU.
YSU.
Dr. Gay's expository writing class. Remember that?
Oh, gosh.
Remember Tom Gay?
Yeah, I do remember Dr. Tom Gay. He used to do that English festival down there. English.
Expository writing.
Yeah.
The class with me.
Yeah, English wasn't one of my stronger
No,
subjects.
he wasn't one of my favorite either.
Well, it wasn't one of my better subjects. Now,
Yeah,
being an actor, that was a little bit better for
A
me.
thespian.
Getting in front
My
of
degree's in English. What do you need to know?
I hated writing.
Oh, and you're a lawyer.
I have to write now, and I catch so many mistakes of people when they write me. I'm like, you used the wrong.
Yeah.
You used the wrong punctuation
right.
here. You didn't put this here. Okay.
Well, then you did learn something.
Well, I only learned it through because I've been writing now. Oh, by the way, Ron, a week ago today, guess what it was for me?
Was your 40th anniversary?
The beginning.
40th. Hey, you must follow me on. It was my 40th anniversary of graduating from law school last Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
40
years.
Instead, I was going to be a lawyer, but I went to library school instead. But
So the picture that was on one of my classmates' classes, I go, wow, look at where these people are now. The one woman was the Summit County prosecutor forever. The other guy became a famous criminal defense lawyer in Philadelphia, represented
Bill
Bill
Cosby.
Cosby.
No, Brian McMonagle.
Yeah,
I heard him speak. He came to Capitol and spoke with Sam Szymanski.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was a great panel.
Yeah. And here I am in Youngstown, Ohio, catching pink eye at the jail.
Well, look how successful your classmates were.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Well,
Yeah.
do you? One question, a political question for you. Do you think the Democratic Party will ever reemerge in this county?
Oh, he doesn't take political questions.
I don't
on
take
the program.
political questions.
All right.
But I'm
Well,
going to
we
make
gotta let
a
you go
post
there.
about the Democrats and my disappointment in them. But go ahead.
Well, no, I moved along as a result of that. We don't take political
No, I meant-
questions, but
I
my
meant go
question
ahead
to
with
you
another
is,
call. Go ahead.
I'm going to go to another call in just a minute. Is the following true or false? It's a little game of true or false, if you will. Did you go in and take Jim Melfi's bag, which looks similar to your bag?
Yes.
Dump his material out of it,
his
bag, dump his
because
stuff,
it
and
looked-
confiscate his bag. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
It's the same bag. I'll give
Okay,
David credit.
Thank
all right,
you.
now-
It's the same
now-
bag
now-
as
now-
mine. I
Okay,
didn't know
but-
Brian stole my bag.
But wait a
Brian
minute.
stole my
But
bag.
Wait a second.
I
Wait
thought
a
someone
second.
stole my bag. So I went
But
in and I
this-
go, the last guy I thought that would steal my bag would be the guy that throws me under the bus on my dinghy case. But he did that and stole my bag.
No, but the bag ultimately ended up being his bag that you. That,
And
that
I
you dumped
gave
his
him
stuff out.
$90. Did the bag come in yet?
Comes in on Sunday. FedEx.
How's it going to come in on Sunday, Jim? What are they going to leave it outside?
No, I sent it to my house.
Oh, you sent it to your house.
Okay, so
when
let
are you
me
going to
ask
wrap
you
it up
this.
and give it to me as a gift? I paid for my own gift.
Bring it
Yeah.
to the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
then
let
write
me
your
ask you-
initials on your bag. In the inside, put a tag on it.
I didn't even know Brian stole my bag. I was looking for it, like, where in the hell's my bag at? And he goes, Brian stole it. What do you mean Brian stole my bag? I go, that's my bag. He goes, no, it's the same
I
bag.
showed you my receipt. I said, here's my receipt.
I go, that's my bag. He goes, no, Brian stole your bag.
And you dumped his stuff out.
Wait
and
a minute,
took his
but
bag.
here's what's the thing. He
No.
knew the king stole my bag, but the king has clothes on.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Well,
do?
what you also forget is he said it right in front of your face. He said, I'm taking this back to Tampa with me.
No, he did not say that right in front of my face.
I bet
You are
he's got
hearing
pink eye
things.
as a
You are
result of
hearing
that in
things.
Tampa.
The king has no clothes on, but you won't say it. Okay.
But let me just ask you this. Could you apologize to Jim right now?
Jim,
for
I'm sorry that I
accused you
of stealing my bag. I did apologize to him.
Yeah,
that day.
honestly, it was the dumping of my items. This is the most
Because
bothersome.
I thought you dumped my items out of my bag because I had been looking for the bag.
But he did not.
Those
But he
exploded
did
in your
not.
car
I
accident.
don't remember Brian taking it to Tampa. No wonder. I've been looking everywhere in the office. I'm looking at my house, I'm looking at my car. I go, what happened to this? It was one of my favorite bags.
If Brian's listening, maybe he should call in. I think he
Brian's not
listens
listening.
sometime in Tampa,
He's,
doesn't
he's,
he?
in,
I
he's
just
in
think
the
it's
Motor City. He's in the Motor City this weekend.
Motor City
Yeah.
Madman.
So I just want you to apologize, which you did.
You know what
to
I'm
Jim.
half tempted to do?
What?
He's right by the Detroit
Casino.
No. Right by the Detroit Yacht Club, which is the old Ford Yacht Club, which is not very far from where he's at. And I could get there in 3 hours in my boat. I'm half tempted.
You're going to be like Captain Jack Sparrow,
Yeah.
like Pirates of the Caribbean showing up. No, that's funny.
You know what?
be like
Take
leather.
your boat, go up and get your bag, and leave immediately.
I would take my boat, but the replacement dinghy I got is not as good as the dinghy that they ruined that I've not been paid for in 3 years.
What are you, like SEAL Team 6? You get off in this little boat and go ashore? I mean,
Yes, that's what you do with a dinghy.
Okay.
But I have a 3-person dinghy now instead of a 4-person dinghy.
Well, it's just you.
Yeah.
Me and my lovely wife of
Well, that's two. Okay, that's
35 years, and the dog.
That's two.
Well, the
okay, that's
dog
three.
could sit on a lap.
I ordered a dog for the office.
Oh no!
I did.
Wait,
Emotional support dog.
Excuse me? Repeat that one more time for me.
Julie loves Fin, who is Daniel's dog,
Yeah.
right? And I said, "Where'd you get Fin?" And he showed me the website, and I go, "Oh, these are really cool." So they're like Labradoodles. And so I went home, and so we have this one little dog left, and it lays by the door till I come home. And as soon as I come home, it runs over, jumps on my wife's chair. If I get within 5 feet of my wife, it starts growling and snapping at me. And she goes, "Oh, look how cute. It's protecting me." I go, "You're rewarding the dog for growling at me. I'm getting my own dog."
He's literally biting the hand that feeds it.
She goes, "No, you're not." I go, "Yeah, this dog obviously likes you more than me. Okay. So I'm going to get my own dog." She goes, "If you get your own dog, you got to take it to the office." I said, "Okay by me." So we're getting an office dog. I'll take it home every day and bring it here. And everyone will have a dog. We'll be playing with
That's
it.
actually, well, okay.
That's
I'm
a
with
cool
you.
idea.
It is a
isn't
good
it?
idea.
And then I said to her, "You're not allowed to touch that dog."
Boy,
So-
that's putting your foot down.
I am
She
putting my
can't
foot
touch it
down.
if it's at the office every day.
Oh, and when I take it home, I'm not going to let her see it.
And what are you going to name your dog?
I don't know. I have to see it first. I was thinking Ron.
That's a good name.
Ronnie.
That's a good
Ronnie.
name.
Calling him Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh, as long as it's a male, and it has to
No,
be. You know.
it might be one of those in-betweeners. So I'll call
Oh.
it Ronnie.
Well, then there's no other name that should be considered. I mean, you know what I mean. Or David, because you've been married a long time too.
35 years. It will be in July. 35.
I'm
It's
4 in
just-
July.
Well, congratulations.
You know
40
what? You
years
know
as a
what?
lawyer,
I've just
35
noticed.
years married.
And Jimmy's a good lawyer. Let me tell you something. I'm on a couple cases with him, and he's very thorough. Follows up. You know, like people come in, they hire me, and people go, "Well, Dave, you know, you got to learn to delegate a little bit." So I delegated, but I said, "Hey, you know, keep me in the loop." And I'm watching. I'm like, my man's doing all right. He's happy with these people, and this guy's a big shot. I mean, this client is someone I should have taken, but I said, "All right, let Jimmy develop the relationship." It's a very well-to-do businessman who owns some very lucrative businesses, not even in this state, and Jimmy's doing a good job for them. And so
Well,
there
that
you
doesn't
go.
surprise.
Okay, but my dinghy, I'm the shoemaker's son. "Hey, Dad, can you fix my shoes?" "No, walk with your shoes with holes in them. I got paying customers."
What does your wife say about your pink eye? Does she say stay away?
Ron, My wife's a dentist. Okay. Anyone out there that's married to a dentist is going to know what I'm about to say.
Oh, what is that, Dave?
They all have OCD. Okay. And that is part of their training. Everything is super hygienic and clean. So she
That's
won't.
obviously her calling.
No,
right now.
it's not her calling me. So I came up, I was getting ready to leave. She goes, don't touch anything. Wash your hands and then leave. And don't touch your eye all day. And then when you come home, you wash your hands as soon as you get in the house. And don't come near me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I think that's some.
I think I'm going to give the dog the pink eye.
Well, that would be terrible, David.
No, why?
I just don't think that'd be right.
All you're going to do is incur the vet bill.
Obviously, you've given it to DeVecchio. He's already got symptoms, he says. So obviously that's been
the funniest
transferred.
thing Mark said is, I haven't been sick in 2 years. Oh, my God. Him and Jimmy. Jeez, oh, man, between the two of them and their half-truths, it's unbelievable.
No, I'm just going gray. I'm never sick.
You're
I'm
going gray at a very young age. How old are you?
31.
He works with you.
31. Wow.
I'm like Obama in his second term. I mean,
Wow.
the pictures from the first and second term are different.
You are graying early, bro.
Oh.
Look at you.
Look
Frank's
what he
got,
does every day.
Frank looks still 17, 18 years old.
Some client came in and they said they thought I was like 10 years older than Frank. It shattered me. It shattered me. She said, "Are you 45?" And I'm like, "No."
I had to put up with that. But people thought Brian was my son. One client even thought it was my grandson. Okay, try to wrap that up. Yeah.
Well, Brian's younger than you, isn't he?
10 years. That's it. No, he's aged since when he first came. When he first came in, he was
We all have.
Oh no, well he had 7 daughters, bro. He's
That's true.
I look at Brian now. I go, oh boy, that's worn you out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's like being a president, and all of his daughters. And they're like, him and his wife are like Ozzie and Harriet. All of his daughters are talented and top of their class, and they're all star athletes, and they're all beautiful. And I said, you got 7 weddings,
Seven brides for 7 brothers.
7 brides for 7 brothers, 7 college educations.
Why did Brian decide to move to Florida?
A little bit of a story behind that. If you have time, I could tell you.
I would love to hear it.
So Brian
Kopp of Beecher's Kopp
went to law school, and he got a dual major in he got a Juris Doctorate degree and a master's degree in sports administration. Okay. So when he came back, he started working with me and Mark Dan, and he did his internship under Jim Tressel at YSU. So he's got a wonderful relationship with the lieutenant governor. And then he got offered a job to be a clerk for a federal judge. And Mark and I had been around a lot, and we know that's a prestigious thing to get. And Brian didn't want to take it. And then I said, Brian, you have to take that job. That's really good for your career. Okay. And I go, if you don't take it, Mark and I are going to fire you. So he took the job. Now when he meets people, first thing he says, I used to be a clerk for a federal judge. I go, oh, really? So when he was getting ready to leave the federal court, he did all the tests and everything, and he was getting ready to go to Quantico. And he comes in and he goes, yeah, I'm going to be an FBI agent. I go, well, what did you say to me? He goes, yeah, I took the test. I passed all the psychologicals. I leave for Quantico in a couple of weeks. I go, are you out of your ever-loving mind? You want to be an FBI? Why do you want to be an FBI agent? You know what he said to me? I want to be able to carry a gun in the airport. This is what this little demented little man said to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so what? So then he came and started working with us, and we, Brian's claim to fame, and I'll give it to him. We had a malpractice case and a murder case going at the same time.
Wait a minute. How did he stop becoming an FBI agent?
I talked him out. I said, you're not, his mother's my first cousin. I went to my first cousin. I said, you can't let him do that. There are going to be people shooting at him. And, they're going to move him all over the country, and he won't be near you. So once his mom is a saint. So once his mom talked him out of it, that was it. Okay?
So you crushed his dream. You crushed his dream.
I didn't crush his dream. Okay.
Yes, you
So
did.
then we had a malpractice case and a murder case going at the same time. I thought, I can't lose this murder case. Like, it's a dead bang winner. I said, and nobody can win this malpractice case. I said, he was a young lawyer at the time. He says, Yeah, you go try that malpractice case. I'm going to take this murder case. Week later, he comes back. He goes, I want a really big verdict. How'd you do? I go, yeah, my guy's doing 25 years to life. Thank you. And so it kind of went off from there. And then he went and got his NFL license to be an agent. And he's the only person in NFL history to have Desmond Howard, a Heisman Trophy winner, break his nose in a high school semi-championship football game. Fast forward about 25 years, and he wound up representing another Heisman Trophy winner in the NFL draft. And so when Mr. DeBartolo had a sports company, and he knew of Brian's talent, and Brian had gotten a little bit of talent and had a little bit of a following, he asked Brian to come down there and help him run the sports entertainment business. And so Brian went down there and became vice president of DeBartolo Sports. And then when that sort of fizzled out and he was getting ready to come back, he says, why don't we just open an office down here, and we'll just have an office here, and I'll take the bar, and we'll try to develop something down there. And I said, all right, in for a dime, in for a dollar, FBI agent. Okay. So he took the bar, and he's way smarter than me. He studied for it like 3 weeks and passed it. And then when COVID hit many years later, he goes, well, why don't you take the bar? Well, that was a really bad idea at 61 years old to take a bar exam. Let me tell you something. But
you passed.
I passed. And now I have a case down there. So now I have a couple cases down there. So I got to get ready to fly down there.
Nice.
Again. It's not
I mean,
nice.
that
It's not
is
nice in the
interesting.
summer there.
And there's a lot of Youngstown people in Florida.
Oh
that
yeah, we actually, one of the reasons why we opened an office initially in South Carolina and then we closed it. First of all, we didn't have the time to develop it, and we thought we could hire a lawyer to develop it, and he developed it and then said, oh, well, all these clients are mine. And so that led to a little bit of ajra. So, but there's a lot of snowbirds that leave this area, and we have gotten a lot of that work where they have problems in Florida and then problems back here. And so we can handle those clients. And so, and I'm also licensed in Pennsylvania, and Jimmy Melfi is also licensed in Florida. So he has a smattering of cases down in our Tampa office. And then we opened a Delray office on the East Coast, which is right by, ready for this? It's only like a 10-minute drive to Mar-a-Lago.
Wow. Sacred ground. Did you happen to see what lawyer is talking about running for governor of Florida?
Who? Oh, Morgan.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's hey, listen,
he's an old guy.
He's an old guy, but he's a smart guy. He figured out how to franchise legal services. Literally, he franchised his name, image, and likeness.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So when
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So all those Morgan and Morgan, they're technically owned by him, but a tiny portion of it. And then he has, he has so many figures you have to hit. So I mean, he really figured it out. He has his own software, his own case management system. I mean, and he is the largest. He's very, very well known, and I have a lot of respect for the man. And
but he's potentially going to give all that up and run for governor of Florida.
Well, I don't think he has to give it all up. He has children. His son, I worked the East Palestine case with his son. His son came up here, and they had a number of cases, and he was on one of the main committees. So they go around all over the country, and they're even now in. They're starting to move up. You go down to Cincinnati, you will see them. They're inching up towards Columbus. They're going to be in our area soon, and I say welcome to my dojo.
Well, there you go. Well, you're down in their area anyway. You're down in Florida.
Yeah, but I don't advertise like they do.
But I will agree with one thing that Gene, the caller, said, and I say this to all of you listening. He is a damn good lawyer. Beatrice is a damn good lawyer.
I can't. You know what? I'll tell you what makes the difference between our firm and other firms.
Quickly.
And I stress this with my lawyers. We are like waiters and waitresses. We are in a service business. When people come to us, return their calls, give them good service, and they'll always return back. And so that's what I am. Tomorrow morning on WFMJ, today when you get work done at your house. But okay, bye bye.
For hearing